Welcome everyone to Weekly News and IDW with Major Tidbits, and the topic for this video is Comprehensive Sexual Education sa Pilipinas. Nandito na naman tayo. Hanggang kailan ba itong kalbaryo ng mga progresibong grupo para sa maayos na reforma at edukasyon para sa mga kabataan at menor de edad nang magkaroon ng komprehensibong edukasyong sexual sa mga paaralan? Ipinropose ni Senator Risa Ontiveros ang Senate Bill No. 1979 o ang Proposed Prevention of Adolescent Pregnancy Act na naglalayong magbigay ng komprehensibong edukasyon sa mga mag-aaral tungkol sa kanilang sexualidad, organs, and basically reproductive organs, at rapidly maturing bodies. It provides a blueprint at pagsisagawa ng mga programa that promotes education sa kanilang bodies and not pleasuring oneself, no matter how many people, even the President and former Chief Justice, tells you otherwise. Kasama sa kanyang mga co-author ng bill ay sina Senator Amy Marcos, Bong Revilla, Bongo, Raffy Tulfo, at Deputy Secretary Sonny Angara. Now, let it also be known na basically pinagsama-sama ang mga bill with the same intentions and kind of similar-ish content sa isang bill na ito just to expedite the process. Now, it is no surprise that the Philippines is generally socially conservative with large tolerance and sometimes even acceptance for LGBTQ+ people with some leftist ideal thrown in the mix. I mean, shocker, di ba? I mean, who would have guessed na ang isang majority Christian nation, Catholic, would be conservative? But I digress. Maraming senador na ngayon ang nagba-backtrack sa kanilang backing ng bill sa mga signature nila kasi I think around 18 senators have already signed the bill for expedited process. And you know, ngayon nagba-backtrack sila sa kanilang backing ng bill, saying na yung mga nasa bill hindi sa kanila, trying to get out of the way dahil sa fury ng mga religious groups sa Pilipinas, mga hysteria nila, lalo na at malapit na ang eleksyon. Ayaw nilang malink sa isang bill that has already caused intense backlash from the religious voter base. Hindi pa nga nakakapagpasa or hindi pa nga nakakapag second reading itong bill na ito.
Further study lang, review study para yung mga conflicting, controversial, at least ma-resolve muna.
Sir,
for further review and studies.
What do you want to be reviewed in the first place?
Basta yung mga issues na kailangan muna. Maraming maraming tumatawag. So further review and study before we pass it on. We just have to be sure.
Sir, ilan kayo mag-withdraw?
Hindi ko lang kung ano nasa page na lang siguro. I am not sure.
Is there a specific proposed provision that you're against?
Naman, further review lang. Siguro yun na lang.
Ma'am, sorry yung CSE yung particular mong inaayawan?
Yes.
Comprehensive Sexuality Education.
Ako naman, I agree na we do have a problem with teenage pregnancy. But it's how do we solve that problem is tama ba na ito yung solution sa problema?
Control of the parents. Hindi mo prepared yan. That's against our Filipino culture.
No, sir, nung pinirmahan nyo, hindi nyo nakita yun, sir?
Hindi ko alam kung ano yung international standards at that time. So, upon review, medyo hindi ugma sa kultura natin Pilipino.
Now, ang problema raw ng mga senador ay hindi nila alam ang international standard when they back the bill para sa framework ng comprehensive sexuality, not sex.
It was a friend, somebody from the UK, who told me that there is a bill pending, and he was talking about the Comprehensive Sexuality Education Program, CSE, no? And it's an international program being promoted primarily by the UNESCO and the UNFPA and the UNICEF that will hypersexualize children at a very early age.
Now, in an interview, President Marcos said that it will be a guaranteed veto dahil na-shocked at appalled daw siya sa mga nilalaman ng nasabing Senate bill and that it was a product of promoting woke mentality. Appalled and echoed sentiments by former Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno dahil sinasabi nito at ng Project Dalisay na it teaches kids to masturbate.
The details and the particulars are very, very shocking. You're going to be really aghast.
0 to 4. Talaga nakalagay doon, early childhood masturbation. Magugulat kayo, 0 to 4.
I was asked last Thursday on what my opinion was on sex education in schools. And I stand by my answer that sex education is extremely important. When I was talking about sex education, I remembered our sex education when I was in school. At ang itinuro sa amin ay anatomy. What is the anatomy of male and female reproductive systems? Naalala ko pa, nanood kami ng video ng mga cell na nagdi-divide para maging baby. Yun ang tinuro sa amin. Kailangan talagang malaman ng mga kabataan yan. However, over the weekend, I finally read in detail Senate Bill 1979. And I was shocked and I was appalled by some of the elements of that, because this is all this woke that they are trying to bring into our system. You will teach four-year-olds how to masturbate. That every child has the right to try different sexualities. This is ridiculous. It is abhorrent. It is a travesty of what sexual and sex education should be to the children. What about the parents? Wala na silang karapatan na silang mag-decide kung ano at kailan tuturuan yung bata. I'm a parent and I'm a grandparent. So I feel very strongly about this. So, let me be very, very clear. I still believe that sex education, in terms of teaching kids the anatomy of the reproductive systems of male and females, is extremely important. The consequences of early pregnancy, the prevalence of HIV, kailangan ituro lahat yan para alam ng mga kabataan. Pero yung mga sinama nila ng mga woke na absurdities are abhorrent to me. And I'm already guaranteeing, hindi pa napasa ito. Pero if this bill is passed in that form, I guarantee all parents, teachers, and children, I will immediately veto it. Thank you.
Nawalan kong tabu ang pag-usapan ng ganitong mga bagay, especially the things na tinatalakay ng bill na ito. Pero it doesn't really say anything graphic to be taught about sex or even masturbation. Walang ang word na masturbation in the bill. So where did they get that? Well, we'll get to that just in a minute. Now, ang tinutukoy nila ay ang nasa Section 6, page 9, kung saan sinasabi na CSE shall be integrated in the school curriculum, guided by DepEd and the international standards. At nandoon ang pagkakamali ni Senator Risa Ontiveros, which caused all this backlash allegedly. It's just, naghanap sila ng objectionable thing or objectionable passage sa bill na ito, just so that the whole shtick at saka yung essence ng bill would not be passed. Pero they found section 6, page 9, where it said na CSE shall be integrated in the school curriculum, guided by DepEd and international standards. At nandoon ang pagkakamali ni Senator Risa Ontiveros. They could not have had the ammunitions if tinanggal niya yung international standards and just left DepEd as the primary guide. I mean, they wouldn't have this hysteria. Meron pang peer counseling at pag-involve ng ilang departamento ng gobyerno tulad ng DSWD and all that stuff at ng mga SK sa mga barangay. Hindi tinatanggal ang mga magulang sa equation, contrary to what Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno was saying sa video.
Wala tayong pagnanais na tanggalin ang parental authority. Siyempre, ang magulang pa rin ang mangunguna. Ang sinasabi sa aking bill, talagang kailangan nananawagan sa DSWD, DOH, DepEd na tulungan ang parents na turuan ng bata. At pati, para sa akin, mahalaga dahil ang mga teenager, alam naman natin, di masyado nakikinig kung minsan na nakakatanda, yung peer counseling ng SK at NYC.
Ma'am, will you consider withdrawing? Will you consider withdrawing from it?
I think withdrawal at this point is a little too early dahil hindi pa naman siya pinapasa. Ang alam ko, naudlot sa period of interpellation kasi ang daming tanong ng mga mambabatas.
But some senators already withdrew their signature from the committee report.
Yes.
Do you have plans of doing the same po, ma'am?
Well, I stand by my version of the bill, and kung tuloy-tuloy yung interpellation, may mga bagay na talagang hindi na kinakailangan doon, marami ng extra.
So sa interpellation na lang, ma'am? You will
Yes,
say,
at saka
may
sa period
amendments.
of amendment, meron pang interpellation, mahaba pa yung proseso para matanggal yung mga bahagi na tinatawag natin controversial o di kaya objectionable.
Ngayon, bakit hindi napansin ito sa House, no? Kasi an act to prevent adolescent pregnancy or teen pregnancy, di ang ganda-ganda, makatao, mapagmahal sa kapwa, iisipin mo. Pero pag binasa mo doon, pag active sexually, hindi na pwedeng sabihan ang parents.
It's not like susundin by the book itong CSE guidelines ng UNESCO, notwithstanding na hindi lahat ng nasa international standards ay i-implement. And it is not even something to be kind of a deliberate weaseling na gusto kong gawin to sa mga bata or gusto kong gawin ito ng DepEd sa mga bata kaya sinama ko yung international standards. When in reality, it's just that so that it is standardized in every level para hindi tayo mauli sa ibang mga bansa that has CSE in their curriculum. Well, wala naman sinabi na yung CSE guidelines na sinasabi ng international standards should be from the UNESCO. Maybe meron pang iba, but I don't really know. At nasa discretion pa rin ng DepEd at ng Council ang paggawa ng curriculum. Kasi again and again, nauna ang DepEd and then international standards. And as it says, CSE shall be integrated in the school curriculum guided by DepEd. DepEd ang una and international standards along with the Council. Now, sinagot ni Senator Risa Sina former Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno at President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. dahil wala namang word na masturbation sa bill na yon. And in my opinion, he probably just watched the video that Sereno made.
Alin nga ba yung mga mali-mali? Una, walang anumang probisyon tungkol sa pagtuturo o paghikayat ng masturbation sa mga batang edad 0 to 4 years old o ituturo din daw sa bata na may sexual rights sila. Absolutely none of these concepts exist in our bill. Those lines in their supposed rebuttal are complete and total fabrication. Ikalawa, hinding-hindi ginagamit dito sa Pilipinas yung pinipilit nilang standards for sexuality education in Europe. Hindi din po ito ang reference sa comprehensive sexuality education, kundi ang responsible parenthood and reproductive health law. Wala ring sinasabi sa bill na kailangan sundin ang mga patakaran sa ibang bansa. Kaya maling-mali talaga yung mga post nila na unconstitutional daw ang Prevention of Adolescent Pregnancy Bill. Ikatlo, isa pang fake news na kung ang bata ay sexually active, hindi na daw pwedeng sabihin sa mga magulang. Kung saan nila nahugot yan, hindi ko alam. Dahil walang batas o anumang polisiya sa Pilipinas ang magtatangkang magbawal sa mga magulang na gumabay sa ating mga anak. May national emergency na nga. Ang inatupag pa nila ay pananakot sa mga Pilipino. Enough is enough. Let us demand real education for our kids. Bilang ina ng 4 na anak, na 3 sa kanila ay babae, at bilang isang panghabang buhay na nananampalataya, hindi ko po hahayaang mabalot sa kasinungalingan ang mga bata. Manindigan tayo sa tama. Hinihikayat ko rin ang ating mga allies at stakeholders na iparinig ang inyong mga boses para maampat ang pagkalat nitong mga fake news na ito.
Now, that is where the problem lies. Dahil according to the international standards by the 2018 revised International Guidance on Sexuality Education, it says that, quote, many boys and girls begin to masturbate during puberty or sometimes earlier. And I can attest to that fact. And, you know, ito, probably TMI. But I know that stuff even when I was in kindergarten. And, you know, masturbation does not cause or physical or emotional harm, but should be done in private for learners 9 to 12. So, that's definitely long overdue. Meron pang nagsasabi na, I think 0 to 4 daw. Pinapakilala na yung mga concepts na ganito. To which I say, I mean, yeah, that's kind of weird. But the problem is, would we rather have them learn it from the internet? Lalo na't mga iPad kids, mga puro YouTube, puro TikTok, itong mga tao na to. O kaya naman ay sa mga teacher na equipped to handle these sort of things. Would you want your children to learn it from the internet? Or the teachers that would be equipped to handle these sort of things? And, you know, I'm not discounting the role of the parents here. Pero, the fact of the matter is, it's an uncomfortable topic sa mga parents to discuss this with their offspring. Kaya nga meron tayong peer counseling na nakalagay mismo dun sa batas. And, you know, I'm not saying na, you know, don't teach the respect for gender identities. Maybe kind of gloss over it, pero don't teach them entirely yung concept ng transgenderism and all that stuff. Kasi let the students figure it out first. Kasi ayaw natin ma-influensyahan yung kanilang, what do you call it, thinking. Kasi as we all know, the kids 0 to 5, 0 to 7, 0 to 10 is highly susceptible to suggestions. Maybe they're just confused. I mean, I sounded horrible just saying that, pero let's not add too much semantics at definition sa kanila. Kasi mamaya, syempre, mga overthinker yan. So, what would we or what should we give or throw at them? Maybe when they're in senior high or maybe even just junior high, they could further explore. Pero definitely respect the choices of other people. Right? And I don't think that sounds controversial. But if you bother to read the 25-page Senate bill, of which I did not, makikita natin na there is not even any mention of self-pleasure or masturbation in the bill. And trust me, pinindot ko na yung Control F, then type masturbation / self-pleasure. Kasi kung susundin daw ang international standard, of which wala namang sinabi kung anong international standard ang sinasabi. From the West daw pa nga. Pero as we can clearly see, nauuna ang DepEd sa pag-guide ng school curriculum para sa CSE. They get to decide it, not international standards. They won't blindly choose or they won't blindly include everything na nasa CSE ng ibang or ng international standards ng UNESCO to your students, to your children. Because as I said, and I kind of agree with Maria Lourdes Sereno that we should have a kind of bubble on our culture. She did not say that, pero as she said, it was incompatible with the culture of the Philippines, yung CSE ng West. So maybe we can kind of, basta yung i-adapt mo sa settings and culture na gusto nating i-promote sa Pilipinas. This doesn't promote sex sa mga mag-aaral, bagkus naglalagay ng framework at mekanismo para sa mga kabataan. Gusto lang nitong tanggalin ang stigma, lalo na sa mga nangangailangan ng tulong when it comes to education on contraceptions, sexuality, and age and development appropriate topics including human sexuality, not sex, consent, adolescent reproductive health, effective contraception use, and, you know, not the promotion of the use of contraception. Kumbaga, pinapakita lang kung paano if you would want to do so, especially when you are not educated with this kind of stuff and you have no outlet except the internet. So it is better for the students to learn it from their teachers, their trusted teachers. Now, I know maraming teachers na kung ano-anong ginagawa, but that's besides the point. That's another thing to add to the burden. It's all about destigmatizing cultural ambience sa mga ganitong topic. Walang sinabi rito na makipag-sex ka, ganito, ganyan. Or ganito makipag-sex, ipapasok mo. No, I agree na we should promote chastity and no sex before marriage as the ultimate anti-teenage pregnancy mechanism. But also awareness sa pagbibigay ng consent. Dahil madalas, hindi coerced o pinilit, hindi pinipilit in the conventional way of using force ang mga ineng at ihong nakikipagtalik with someone older or someone their senior or someone their junior. They should know that they can say no to any person if they are uncomfortable. They have the power of consent. And that in there, we see that we should also separate consent and regret from the decision that you have made. Again, I promote chastity, no sex before marriage, pero that will be cases na hindi nasusunod, or para ito sa mga cases na hindi man nasusunod, or just for curiosity's sake, kung paano nila, if ever mangyari, gagawin. Yung tamang paggawa sa the thing that we cannot say. Lalo na ngayon, hirap na tayo sa mga ganyang bagay kasi again, we are increasingly going to the liberal left, especially for the younger audience. We should teach chastity not as a religious concept, kundi as a social concept, while also not depriving anyone of help or education sa mga ganitong bagay, as we instill conservative social values when it comes to, again, chastity and no sex before marriage and all that stuff, while also being accepting of LGBTQ people and learning more about them, and accepting the fact that these things happen, and that we cannot just ignore this until some person give us the talk that we needed for decades. But that's anything. Now we need to instill conservative social values while also being accepting of LGBTQ people and empathetic to other people's circumstances. And maybe let us be minusculely inconvenienced for a bit in accommodation for others. Kasi wala namang mangyayari kung tinuro mo na, hey, there's this thing called being gay and it is normal. We're not saying that you are gay, that you all are gay. You all have the potential, you have the ability to be gay. That's not the thing here. We just want the children to know that what they are feeling is not unordinary. It is not something that should be pushed deep down, kasi it just causes mental anguish.
Ang video clip na ito ay galing sa aking series na News Worthy Recap. Check the entire video for the complete weekly news recap and subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date sa mga local at global news na I'll make sure would be interesting to you particularly. Di ko alam yung name mo pero you should subscribe. You Muhammad Smith? I don't fucking know. John Smith? Salamat sa manunod mga kabayan. Avoid me, like, subscribe, follow my links in socials and avoid shows that would be linked down below. Sa susunod muli, of course, paalam.